everybody on their feet as Canada Top Flight Academy are the first high school aged national champions in the history of Canadian basketball.
We know that it's only going to get harder, especially, everybody's going to be getting better teams, and that it just puts a target on our back. So we know we're going to have to push harder, and every game is going to be a tough game.
This year, we're trying to win it for sure. I feel like we're one of the best in the league.
We're telling our guys, listen, man, you got to be ready to play and compete, because these guys want it.
Either kill or be killed, on the court, you have to be competitive. You have to have a dog in you, or if not, you're not going to succeed, or you're not going to do well in the sport.
Do we play with a chip? We make it so. It's who we are.
If you're going to put it all on the line every night, then you could come play on Central Tech.
Something about TBA is everyone is together, this family-like vibe. There's no questions about it. We have to win. If we don't win, it's a failure. I see that.
Well, Kitchener, we're not really known as a basketball city. Having that underdog mentality is just giving us extra motivation.
Hamilton's everyone's trying to prove themselves. Everyone's trying to show that they're better than other people.
Going to nationals and show people that we're not finishing last, we're coming for the championship.
We have Core, I think he's the best big in the league. And then we have the best shooter in the league, Okai. And then we have Josh, I think he's the best low post player in the league. I think when we hit our stride, no one's going to be able to stop us.
Basketball is so global now. Everyone plays, everyone has a passion for it, everyone sees it. And these kids come from all around the world, including British Columbia. 25 years ago, I never would have believed it, but what a difference today.
The East Coast gets overlooked a lot, so I'm looking forward to putting Nova Scotia on the map.
No, Maritimes, we're gritty. The ball on the floor, we're gonna be the first on the ground to get it for sure.
People ask me about Montreal, what's special about Montreal? And I say, it's the way that people integrate all together. So this team represents a little bit of that.
People always are kind of talking down, to the prairies, but we have the ballers out there.
Back in Saskatchewan, we work hard, we play for each other, and then when we come here, for venues like this, we go to war.
History has been made in Canadian basketball.
One hand down, all over the defense.
One hand cockback.
Oh! Bringing the fans to their feet, putting a man in the rim.
And we have just tipped off St. Laurent Express in the blue, BC Christian in the white by way of British Columbia. Playing against the home team here, looking to make a push into nationals. This is a different BC team than we saw last year, than we saw earlier in the season. Was a similar story last year. You play one half of the season, the persona and the chemistry is developed, and then the second half of the season, these guys have really put it together. So we'll see how they do here against St. Laurent. St. Laurent playing 2 games today. Nice matchup here down low, Sammy Hunter and Trayvon Minot. Marion Obad, one of the league's leading scorers. That's number 0 in the white. That was Sammy Hunter on the bucket. The only player on the team with NCAA offers under his belt. Sammy Hunter attended Basketball Without Borders Americas, the one that took place in the Bahamas. in June. There he is, Marion Obad. 2018, 6'8", forward. That guy can ball. Marion Obad tries it again from the corner. No good on that one. He's 1 for 2. And this is someone averaging 15 points a game, 2.3 assists and 5 rebounds. Here's the big man matchup down low. No good. Obad on the rebound. Ben Datro looking to make the push here before the defense sets up. Gideon gets blocked. Krupic to Obad. And Minot called on the foul. Good shot selection as Obad took the baseline. Looks a little more trimmed than we've seen him in previous sessions as well. Has been taking care of his body. Shed a little bit of the body of the baby fat off. And this is arguably the biggest team in the league. Multiple pieces, 6'6" plus. Harry Ogominyor called on the foul that time. And that's one thing when you're guarding Ben Datro. He's got such a explosive first step. It's really tough to stay in front of him. Datro again in transition, slows it down. Keogh for the 3. Keogh gets it on the reset. Been a sloppy start to this game so far from both squads. Sammy Hunter with the big finish. Excellent defense played by Sammy Hunter, just staying vertical against Trayvon. Amir Krupic. Ooh, to Sammy Hunter inside. He's having a day today, ladies and gentlemen. Keep feeding it to the big man. We're going to take a short break and return right after this St. Laurent Express timeout.
Yet again, a 10-point advantage restored for Team Blue. Oh! It's Judy Charges throwing it down!
Welcome to the NPH live broadcasting experience. Allow our team of video technicians to capture your event in high definition. Streaming directly on all NPH media platforms. Up-to-the-minute live game coverage featuring professional commentators and analysts.
Tip in! No good! 2 seconds to go! Oh!
Commercial spots available to promote and market your brand, event, or product. Enjoy the ultimate way to catch the game when you can't.
That man from Quebec can fly!
Exposure starts here.
Let's keep it going. Keep the intensity high.
Get your feet square, get your feet square.
Take it home, write it down, grab a homie, and work on it. Work on it, master it.
AJ Lawson, go! He gets it to go! Wow! Pick it up, Jalen.
Oh my God!
Top 10, top 10.
Two-way players are the best players. Understand that. Two-way players are the best players.
Here's Sabri Phillips, two-hand jam!
Let's go, boy!
It doesn't matter from what city you're from, how tall you are, what school.
And we're back in Quebec for the MTL NPA session here. The last one before NPA Nationals. That's the National Preparatory Association hosting a national championship March 1st to 4th in Brampton, Ontario. Sheridan College in Brampton will be the facility where all the action goes down. It's going to be packed gyms. It's going to be an intense environment. To my right, Canada Top Flight Academy sticking around to catch some of this action because you never know who's going to be playing in this finals. There's about 5 teams really that can really have a chance to get it done. And we're talking Canada Top Flight, Central Tech, GTA Prep, Notre Dame. I might throw in BC in that mix. London Basketball Academy, of course, has been creeping up, and you never know what they come up with. Crestwood, Toronto's Crestwood, Jacoby Neath, Franco Miller, Shane Scruggs, list goes on of guys that can contribute. They got some depth there to really get it done as well, so there really ain't no telling who's going to come up with this national championship. Ball inside to Sammy Hunter. Krupic goes around the horn. Obad thinks about it. Pierce Strutt gets fouled. Another one of those under the radar pieces at the U Sport level. I feel he's going to be able to contribute on the West Coast. He's got good size, good strength. Keogh on the spin. Sammy Hunter on the cleanup. Amir Krupic, a youngster, puts up the three. Gets the roll, gets it to go. And Sammy Hunter in the low post. That's a tough matchup for anybody from Saint Laurent. You got Minot who's on the, or sorry, Minot who's on the bench right now. Don't want to get him in early foul trouble, but Sammy Hunter really has no answer. And when he's, you know, when he's enforcing his will, there really isn't anybody in the league on the big side that could guard him, with the exception of David Wheeler. Casey Izagu as well. Could be an option to throw on Sammy Hunter. Amir Krupic in full control, playing PG, and that was the piece that they've been missing all season long. Someone to man the point, someone to handle the ball and set up the offense. This BC Christian team looks like a completely different squad. Pierre Strutt takes it down the baseline, loses control of it. Gideon, a risky pass, but it gets into the hands of Datro, and Harry on the cleanup. There was a whistle on the other side that confused Sammy Hunter as he looked away from the rim. And a shot clock violation, and Saint Laurent is having a completely different game than what they had earlier against Halifax Prep. This is a different squad entirely, higher level, more size to deal with. It's going to be a challenge for these guys. take a short break after this timeout and return.
We've traveled across the country and back. 6 years running. Canada's basketball talent blossoms right before our eyes. From coast to coast. It's our job to bring it to the light. No gimmicks, just hard work on the hardwood. Who will step up to the plate this summer? Who will make their game undeniable and challenge every man in front of him? Game will speak.
NPH events. There's an opportunity to get involved at the ground level. NPH hosts elite level high school tournaments to national club team championships throughout the course of the season. Now is your chance to get involved with the fastest growing sport in Canada with the industry leaders and influencers. Get in the game today and join NPH in growing basketball in this country. NPH Scouting Service. The NPH Scouting Service is another platform for exposure with a network of over 300 coaches and scouts from some of the most recognizable brands and programs. Our scouts are constantly evaluating talent to ensure accuracy.
There'll be several coaches coming into Canada between March 1st and 4th to recruit these guys. BC Christian's got a ton of under-the-radar talent just based off of geography and where they're at. Here's Gideon on the steal. Started off with Ben Datro getting a hand on it. St. Laurent coming out with the press here. 3-quarter press. And as much NCAA talent as you see, and as much Canadian NCAA guys and girls that you see, there's still so many more that get left under the table and don't really get the exposure. It looks like it's going to be a 3-point play, foul called there. Pierce Strutt from the corner for BC. Strutt with the smooth stroke. 28-13 for BC Christian. Coach Dow looking to put in some substitutions. A little bit of a wake-up call here for St. Laurent. Earlier they were celebrating their Halifax prep win. Well, this is an entirely different game here, dealing with a lot of size, strength, length, and speed. And the same deal will be, BC Christian will be kind of facing a similar circumstances as they take on Canada Top Flight. That's tomorrow at 10 a.m. Again, the addition of Amir Krupic here has just done wonders for this squad. they look entirely different. Just not having to have a guy like Sammy handle the ball or Marion. And a charge on BC. Vincent Balatin from Vancouver, British Columbia, called on that charge. On the floor right now for BC, you have 6 foot, 6'4", 6'8", 6'9", and 6'8". That is definitely the biggest lineup we've seen so far this weekend, and probably one of the biggest lineups in the entire league, in the entire National Preparatory Association. Good job clearing up space. See the big man Trayvon Minot working off the ball to create a shot for his teammates. Ben Datro on the bucket. And Jeff Ma spun right in to the steal from Datro. These guys are coming in correct. And the lead for BC beginning to dwindle, 30-19. Krupic tried it. Ma on the cleanup. Ma's an import from Hong Kong, 6'10", member of the 2019 class. Definitely a foul on that one. Ma got his hands down. Mustafa Agaz also letting his teammate know. Trayvon connects on the first. Good find. Amir Krupic on the find to Sammy Hunter. And Amir's that type of player. He sees the entire floor. He could slow it down, speed it up, play in transition, play in the half court. Good in the pick and roll situations as well. There's Krupic again. These guys are connecting. Mustafa Agaz resets. 5 to go on the shot clock. are seeing an entirely different BC Christian squad. Just a lot more balance, and it seems like they're getting a lot more from their depth. And that was Gideon on the made three. We'll take another short break and return after this.
Rep by rep, you push yourself. Effort is only half the battle. Doubt sets in. Why do you do it? Is it worth it? The lights turn on. All your questions are answered.
Everyone has their story. What's yours? Were you born with the ball in your hands? Or were you a late bloomer? Are you a dead-eye shooter?
Back here in the second quarter in Montreal, almost another turnover for BC. Oh, and it is another turnover for BC actually. A deflection there, but I thought it was off Keogh. As for tomorrow morning's games, Canada Top Flight Academy, one of the most dominant teams in the league, will take on this new BC Christian team. And what I mean by new is, I was saying before the break, just the level of production that they're getting from different pieces is entirely different. Sammy Hunter on the finish from Harry. For all the teams in the league that are watching right now, I bet they're trying to figure out how to match up against this BC team, because now you got production from 6 or 7 guys, maybe as deep as 8 even coming off the bench. Amir Krupich, the missing piece to the puzzle, it seems. Right at the buzzer, Keogh knocks it down for the 3 at the end of the shot clock. 43-28, still trailing is St. Laurent in the blue. And if I'm St. Laurent, I'm going to try to speed these guys up. Outside of Krupich, there aren't many players on this team that can put it on the deck or take it in transition. And as soon as Amir Krupic comes off the floor, you see the ball handling just changes up for BC. David Tenney, number 13. He's going to be another one of those difference makers, a 2018 prospect as well. Trayvon Minot able to get his hand on it for the block. Blocks the 6'10" Ma. Jeff Ma, that is, from Hong Kong. Dave Tenney on the rebound. And Ben Datro's done a really good job of just tracking down possessions and picking pockets in this game. Take a quick timeout and return after the break for the latter part of the second.
Pangos will shoot another three, his third triple already.
I'm a retired teacher. I coached at a whole bunch of different levels throughout the player delivery system in Canada. Involved myself at the provincial level as head coach of Team Ontario from 1994 to 97. Coached at the university level, University of Guelph for 7 years, high school coach, and I'm now an author. And I'm an author of a book called Can't Miss, a story about Kevin Pangos. But the angle that I'm bringing about the book is that I'm a basketball coach who wrote a book. So the delivery of the book encapsulates everything that's Canada basketball is all about.
Bembry handling it, cross court to Pangos for three, and Kevin knocks it down.
I read a book called Outliers, and it talked about why people need people around them to take advantage of in order to succeed at the highest levels. That same summer.
David Tenney on the inbound. Harry, good extra pass into Sammy Hunter. And the foul's called on the floor, so that basket won't count. End of the shot clock. Harry from the top, no good. Ooh, close call from Keogh at the end of the buzzer. That'll be halftime. Stay tuned and stay with us. Second half coming up between St. Laurent and BC Christian.
We're a small Christian school. We got 370 kids in the school from kindergarten to grade 12. We have 47 different countries represented at the school. Been around for about 25 years, and I started the basketball program there 14 years ago. We have kids from as far away as Nigeria, Turkey, Poland, Belarus, the Bahamas, so multicultural. It's been a real blessing. It's been a real opportunity for me to sort of see different styles of play in different areas of the world. Each year you're bringing in a new group of kids and trying to bring them all together at once. It's not like having a returning group of 10 guys and you add 2. You're bringing in 6 new ones every year. We just had kids come in from Iran. What a culture shock.
I'm Amir Hossein Rahimzad. I'm from Iran and I'm playing for BC Christian Panthers Prep. I played for the U17 national team. I was best player over there. The basketball over there is not like here. Here is more explosiveness. You can see the athletic guys living here, playing basketball here, working on your academic. It's really gonna help all the international guys who comes to Canada, and it's gonna help us.
I'm Aaron Abad, I'm from Croatia, and I play for BC Christian Panthers. I'm improving in language, I'm learning every day new words and how to speak better. So the style here is more dynamic, I would say, more explosive basketball, more one-on-one. I like some things here, some things there, but maybe more here. Changed me a lot as a player. I learned how to play better, how to get more confidence in my playing, and just experiencing this American and Canadian basketball. And it changed me as a person because I get new experience, new living alone, of course, and new perspective.
My name is Sammy Hunter. I was born in the Bahamas and I play for BC Christian Prep. It's been different because in the Bahamas you don't get to see people from different countries as much. But it's been an eye-opener too to see how people from other countries act and react to certain things. It teaches me. I learn every day about different styles, how people play, and I can truly say that these guys are like the funniest guys, some of the funniest guys I've ever met.
I'm Pierce Strutt. I'm from Vancouver, BC, and I play for BC Christian Prep. Being in BC Christian Prep really gives me a lot of great life experience and taught me a lot of lessons in general. A lot when it comes to basketball, it's made me a better player, but it's also taught me a lot about life too. I get to learn a lot about the world and about different cultures and people, but it really has just taught me overall that people are the same no matter where you go. Canada is all about diversity. I really think our team represents that pretty well.
We're a small Christian school. We got 370 kids in the school from kindergarten to grade 12. We have 47 different countries represented at the school. Been around for about 25 years, and I started the basketball program there 14 years ago. We have kids from as far away as Nigeria, Turkey, Poland, Belarus, the Bahamas, so multicultural.
Sometimes sport becomes so competitive that you can lose sight of what is most important. But for the St. Laurent Express out of Montreal, Quebec, that is not an issue, because the man at the helm of this young team has a firm grasp of perspective, which was born from his arrival in this country almost 30 years ago.
I'm Lebanese originally, so we arrived in Canada in 1990. And I enrolled at St. Laurent. My parents enrolled me at St. Laurent. I used to be called Emile Legault back in the day. So grateful that this great country took us in, and this is our homeland now. But the struggle, you know, they have these things on Facebook, the struggle is real. The struggle was real, man. You know, my father's an electrical engineer. He had to drive pizza for a few years, and then he ended up becoming a taxi driver as a 30-year career. My mother, university English professor, waitress. And I tell these kids, I said, listen, man, I mean, you see me now, and you say, yeah, coach takes a vacation with his family, this and that. But, you know, coach went through it, just like you.
First year I started playing with my coach, I was kind of scared of him. Like, then after, like, I just became like a dad, like a second dad for me. Like, he doesn't just think about basketball, so he thinks about, like, after, yeah, our coach is like a family to us.
Honestly, he's the best coach I've ever had. Can't even lie about it. Like, he's literally the best coach I've ever had. Nobody's ever pushed me like he did. We act as a family, we act as one. If one is in trouble, we're all in trouble. And I don't always think about myself, I think about the others, my teammates, my brothers.
We got a big banner in the locker room that says, it's not about you, it's about the team. So, it's not about you, right? There's a bigger goal here, there's a bigger vision, there's a, you know, whatever it is that you want to call it, it's bigger than the individual.
On top of a coach who has been a decades-long member of the St. Laurent community, the Express roster is exclusively made up of players from the village of St. Laurent. So the pride in their city and province is strong as they continue to build a name and keep their homegrown players in Quebec as long as possible.
Most of our players, like, when they're good, they leave Quebec, so we don't get the respect they we really need.
People are mostly focused on Ontario. You don't only have kids from Ontario that have talent. We have talent too. We all play together, honestly. That's what Quebec's about. Moving the ball. We all fight together. We're in this together.
People ask me about Montreal, what's special about Montreal? It's the way that people integrate all together. It's the most beautiful thing. So this team represents a little bit of that. It's not so much the X's and O's and the drop steps. What's life about? It's about memories.
History has been made in Canadian basketball.
From the Maritimes to the nation's capital.
I just like the sound.
Brady Kanku, my goodness.
To the 6.
Oh, big block there.
To the prairies.
By Deshaun Henry.
All the way to British Columbia. This is the NPA.
One hand down, all over the defense. My Lord, goodness gracious. Campbell with the facial. Oh, E-man. Defense to offense.
Cummins, that is
No
not
way.
the guy.
No way.
Cummins.
Oh, what's the foul? Got the answer. Wow. That's another good one. There it is. Sammy Hunter.
And look at this. Danilo Jiricic ending his high school career with a dagger of a spike.
GTA prep wisely feeding the hot hand. Oh, nice step back, cross through. And we got Sidney Kabongo on fire right now.
Oh! How about that nasty from Deshaun Henry?
Stick back jam. Chris Hagan.
Knock back.
Oh! Bringing the fans to their feet. Putting a man in the rim.
In transition with the cock back, one hand pounded. Woo! DeAndre Pierre all over the rim. Oh! Down the lane, Stephen Rawwire.
Everybody on their feet as Canada Top Flight Academy are the first high school age national champions in the history of Canadian basketball.
Hi, I'm Siobhan Minot, and I'm mic'd up with North Pole Hoops. 1-2, Saint-Louis strong. 1-2!
Saint-Louis strong.
Si, au pire, on joue. Faut qu'on joue fort. We gotta start hard. Let's go. Prends-la. Oh. Let's go. Sorry. He's dead. Dead. Shoot that, box. Yeah. Let's go. Hey! Get out of here. Commence hard là, let's go. Let's go. Qu'est-ce qui va se passer? Il va juste attraper le rebond puis marquer. Yeah, je commence en bas, puis ça je monte. I wanted that, boy. I wanted that. Andrew. Oh, boy. Trust me, yo. I was there. J'étais là.
It's dead, so why do you need your arm?
It's all good. No, it's all good.
I'm sure, eh?
400 la balle. Smile. Yeah, no. Oh, let's go. Got it.
That's it. Jump stop, take a hop, and then go up and dunk or something.
Let's go.
Hello, North Pole. You're mic'd up, right?
Yeah, you know.
Where's the camera?
It's right behind you, bro.
Back for second half action between Saint Laurent here in Saint Laurent, Quebec. BC Christian has flown in all the way from British Columbia. And they got one more flight to go for Nationals. There's Gideon on the closeout by Sammy Hunter. First we're seeing of Marion Obad back in the game. Had some early foul trouble, I believe. Emir Krupic to Obad, Obad to Hunter, double teamed. And a good look, just mishandled by Mustafa Agaz. Gideon, sweet move in between. Splits the defenders, but no good. And the pick and roll between Emir Krupic and Sammy Hunter has been working really well. There's Harry Oguminyor taking it baseline. Keogh for three, no good. Krupic on the rebound. And Krupic to Hunter again on the connection. He's got to have at least 6 or 7 assists, and Hunter racking it up, probably near 20 by now. Marion Obad, the finger roll. And it looks like it's going to be another one of those games. 51-34. And this is an entirely different game than what BC is going to get tomorrow when they take on Canada Top Flight in a 10 a.m. contest. Three-on-one going the other way. Gideon protects it, extends, gets it to go. This is that rushed style that BC does not like to play, and could be in favor of St. Laurent if these guards can speed them up. Tic-tac-toe right now for the Panthers. Trayvon Minot takes a hit to the face by Marion Obad, gets the finish. cuts the lead to 17, and if St. Laurent's going to be in this game much longer, they got to put an end to the bleeding right now. Gideon off balance, off the mark. There's that connection that's been going on all game. Krupich and Hunter. Ooh, alley-oop. St. Laurent's been having a little bit of difficulty here in the second half, getting to the rack. A lot of size and a lot of length to deal with. And then when it's not falling for them from the perimeter, they're not left here with much options except this, transition basketball. That's what it's going to have to be for these guys. Got to really look to push. Push it up off of defensive boards and speed them up while you're setting the traps and setting the press. Entry pass comes back out. Gideon off the trap, dishes out. 3 balls good. Roosevelt to Gus knocks down the triple. Big man back at the line. No good on the first. Really excited to see how he does in that national team environment as well. Have other bigs around him. Another big fella from Montreal. I'm not going to name names, it's a little bit too early, but there will be another big man from Montreal, a 15-year-old, headed out to cadet camp. Then for bigs, you also have Charles Bediako. That's what we're talking about right here. St. Laurent speeding it up. That's where these guys are going to make them cough it up and make them pay. BC's length just takes away so many angles against the St. Laurent team. Hunter secures the rebound. Krupic dishes it off to Ma. Ma to Obad, easy finish. And BC Christian is really starting to look like they're in form for nationals. And it'll go out of bounds. Krupic was looking to get the charge, but it's just going to be an out of bounds call. And you can overhear Coach Doug Dowell not happy on the defensive end. He's got guys jogging back. Ma left alone out in the open. Misses the dunk. Can't be happy about that. David Tenney back in the game. Extremely serviceable at the next level. For coaches at the U Sport level looking to get involved with a combo wing. Let's call him a guard forward. End of the third. 63-47 in favor of British Columbia. One more quarter to go here in the final game of the night. We'll see you back in a few.
Back out to Pangos. Got it again.
Pangos is knocking out all these open threes.
Kevin and I have a relationship that was formulated when I was one of the coaches at Camp Olympia that he could talk to and he could relate to, and we'd do workouts together, whatever it might be. And then it evolved into the admiration of he knew that I knew where he wanted to go. But I was one of those coaches that were at another level that Kevin was after, and he could get information from me. He's 17 years old when I first proposed this to him and his parents. A 17-year-old kid, I want to write a book about you because I want to follow you for the next 4 years. It turned out to be Gonzaga. And and then from there, he and I Skyped, lots of times throughout his 4 years, and we became very, very close. And it's a very, very special relationship now that
And now Pangos from straight away, hit another three, his sixth of the first half.
I think the biggest thing about Kevin, highly skilled, but his values are very, very solid. Home-schooled value sort of thing. His grandparents taught him a lot. His uncle taught him a lot. Bill and Patty, his parents, obviously played a huge role, and he's very, very value-based. Everybody that you talk to that played with Kevin or coached Kevin will tell you exactly the same thing. Just a great kid, very, very grounded, never got full of himself, always works hard and wants more.
Game speaks. There's no politics here.
We've traveled across the country and back. 6 years running. Canada's basketball talent blossoms right before our eyes. From coast to coast. It's our job to bring it to the light. No gimmicks, just hard work on the hardwood. Who will step up to the plate this summer? Who will make their game undeniable and challenge every man in front of him? Game will speak.
Looking to beat the buzzer. Stick back jab, Jacoby Neath.
Hey! Let's go, man. Good pick, boy.
Transition, Shaheem Malcolm. Oh, someone checked that ball for a bruise. With the steal. Blowing past everybody, AJ Lawson.
Let's go, bro.
In transition, throwing it down. Off the backboard, Jashawn Henry. Shaheem Malcolm letting everybody know the Riverhawks have taken flight. Right down the lane with the slam. Sammy Hunter. There's Daves.
That's a dive. That's a dive.
Showtime from the Filipino Wrecking Machine. And if you want to put together a Matthew Daves highlight reel, oh, look out, your boy, Elijah Fisher. Two-handed slam.
Two out of Calgary.
Ooh, no-look pass. Big-time finish. Cole Newkirk. Oh, so if you turn it over like that, it doesn't matter. Number 21, Nas Robert.
Ewer definitely put things into perspective for him.
You want to talk about perspective.
My assist, give me that assist. Oh, come on. Bang out. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I won.
Jashawn is a man. Raheem Sullivan has the ball in his hand. 2 on the clock, gets into the lane. Floater game! Floater game! Floater game! Raheem Sullivan wins the floater game! And this game is over!
Rep by rep, you push yourself. Effort is only half the battle. Doubt sets in. Why do you do it? Is it worth it? The lights turn on. All your questions are answered.
Or a high flyer. Throws up an alley-oop! All elbow! Williams! Are you a leader? Or an elite role player? North Pole Hoops wants to know. What's your story?
Back for fourth quarter action. Sammy Hunter has absolutely been dominant here in this game. Mind you, he is playing against the younger Trayvon Minot, and he's going to be tested tomorrow. Tomorrow is the big test for Sammy Hunter. If this is the version of Sammy Hunter that shows up at Nationals, the opposition is going to have a huge, huge problem on their hands. Got Marian Obad jumping off the bench in support of his teammates. Hunter averaging close to 16 points a game and 6 rebounds. Also puts up at least 2 blocks a game. I don't even think he's close to capping on his potential. Had a good showing at Basketball Without Borders in the Bahamas, where he's actually originally from. Pierce Strutt getting it after it on the boards. Unable to secure it. They'll go back to St. Laurent. And here's Strutt again. We're seeing it just completely different guys, different versions of these guys than we've seen before. Datro being guarded by Tenney. Keogh thought about taking the 3. Little discrepancy with the shot clock, all cleared up now. Trayvon Minot goes over the right shoulder, and that's his go-to move. Gets enough space to protect the shot. You can call it a baby hook. Marian Obad, easy bucket for him. Often connects from mid-range. Gideon for the three, no good. Sammy Hunter. See the way he came down and protected the ball with his elbows up, chinned it. Very important to see from Biggs, and there he is on the cleanup. He's running up and down the floor. He's doing his job. He's rebounding. He's scoring every which way. A 20-point game, 76-56 in favor of BC. Multiple subs coming in. St. Laurent able to pick up a steal. There's August for the three. He made one earlier in the game. Good ball movement from BC Christian. They're getting all the shots that they want, and they're getting clean looks at them. Datro ooh, deep three from Datro. Haven't seen him get up a shot in almost the entire quarter. Had a great talk with Datro before this game, and he was telling me about how eager he is to just find a level of consistency. Here he is being consistent on the defensive end, that's for sure. There he is on a bucket. He's got 5 consecutive points for St. Laurent. This is a 2020 prospect, is Datro. Way to get the glide there. That was Leroy Aderly, class of 2019, another Bohemian kid. So both him and Sammy Hunter, natives of the Bahamas. And a very diverse team is BC Christian, getting kids from the Ukraine, Bahamas, Nigeria, Serbia. Also Amir Rahimzad, who's out with a foot injury, is actually from Iran. Mustafa Agaz from Turkey, Jeff Ma from Hong Kong, and then several BC prospects scattered amongst this roster. And BC is really starting to, the province as a whole is starting to buy in to the program here at BC Christian. The one thing about British Columbia that we love is the atmosphere is awesome. They really make a show out of Friday night games and get the whole community involved and all the bells and whistles and all the in-betweens. However, what is missing is high-level hoops. BC Christian is offering that level of competition, and that's something that in order for players to succeed, they're gonna, iron sharpens iron. We say this all the time. Amir Krupic is somebody that was having his way on the high school scene, comes here, gets to develop at a more rapid rate when you're playing against higher level competition, and we'll see just how Amir does at Nationals. Mind you, he is a 2020 prospect and does have time on his side. There's Hunter taking the distance shot this time. We've seen most of his work on the interior, but we know that we've seen it before, and he can make those shots, can shoot the three as well, really extends his range. Here he is handling it. He's showing you a little bit of everything in this game. Good help side defense. Leroy Adderley sliding in Did not make contact. And Coach Dowell's been able to play everybody, and everyone's been productive. This is, like I said earlier, this is an entirely different BC Christian team. You're getting so much production from so many different positions. .112 to go here in this game. Mir Krupic has done an excellent job in this game controlling the offense and setting guys up. There he is again getting the shot. You've seen him run the pick and roll with Sammy Hunter, who's been the story of the game, really. Nice move by Gideon. Gideon Dwemfor on the attack. Seen him on several possessions being able to switch direction and find his way groove to the basket. On game clock, shot clock has been put out. Krupic on the cleanup. Agah's frustrated a little bit with himself. Can't get his shot to go today, but he has provided some good energy for the squad. That'll be the end of it for this one. 82-62. BC Christian picks up another win. Tough matchup tomorrow, playing the defending champs at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. Tune in. Thank you for joining us today, and we'll hear from you tomorrow.